Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Francisca. So finally, I'm free to talk about this palette right here. Okay, so there are like so many product releases lately, so I'm just really overwhelmed. Anyway, in today's video, I'll review this palette from Clio. This is their newest eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I was actually having a hard time picking one palette from their newest collection, and I asked my followers on Instagram which palette to get, and this palette won. In this video, I will not just show you how to achieve this makeup look, I will also talk about the pigment and the quality of this eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I know that this video is going to be long, so hindi ko na ito papatagalin. If you are interested in this video, just keep on watching. So let's start. Before I start the review, let me just inform you guys that this is my very first eyeshadow palette from Clio. That's why I'm really happy and excited to share my thoughts. So let's start first with the packaging. So for the packaging, it's really fancy, it's really luxurious. Okay, so compared to their packaging before, we have something like this and this. You can already tell that there's a change with their packaging, and for me, I love the vibe of this one. Okay, so I wish they can create more packaging like this in the future. This shade is called Napping Sunshine. It's a highlighting shade. This is perfect for egg yosel makeup. This is a beautiful white and gold shimmer. Peach Pastel is one of the prettiest shades in this palette. I personally like using this as a transition color. This shade has a fine gold shimmers with a peachy pink base. Art in the Coral is more warm and pigmented compared to the first two shades. This one is also different because the finish is matte. Sparkling Object is such a beautiful shade because of the glitters and shimmers. This shade is really perfect to mix it with their very first shade, which is the shade Napping Sunshine. On the Easel shade is a neutral shade. Not too warm, not too cool. If you have a light complexion, you're going to like this, but for medium skin tone, it's just fine, but you have to layer to see the shade. Mild Silence on my skin tone looks like this. It kind of looks ashy. I'm not really a big fan of this shade. I don't see myself using this shade because it's too light. This shade reminds me of a cherry blossom. The shade name is really accurate with the shade. Now compared to the Sparkling Object, this one is very fine and this one is not chunky. Peach Pastel and Pink Workroom are just totally the same in terms of finish and formula because the shade is not matte, it also has a beautiful shimmer. Out of all the shades here in the palette, this shade is the most pigmented one. You can use this shade alone if you're gonna go out, really smooth and really creamy. This one is their deepest shade. It's called Draw All Night. I must admit, super impressed with this one because it's not patchy. Second, the brown shade looks really unique because it complements all the coral and pink shades in the palette. I'm gonna prime first using this NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. First shade, we're gonna use this one. This one is in the shade Spread Paint. Hopefully this is gonna work well on my skin tone, so let's start. We have something like this for the first shade. It's a really beautiful pink shade. It doesn't look ashy and it blends really well. I love the shade. I noticed with this product that this eyeshadow is not powdery and also it doesn't create like a lot of kick up. Next shade is in the shade Art in the Coral. I'll be blending this with the shade Spread Paint. I thought I was going to be disappointed with this one right here because it looks really light, but on my skin tone it looks really beautiful. It blends really well with the shade Spread Paint, and look at that, I was able to create that beautiful coral shade. Here is their darkest shade. It's called Draw All Night. I'm just gonna add a little shading over here so it doesn't look flat. Now it's time for me to go back to the shade Art in Coral to blend everything. Now I'm gonna smudge the liner using the shade Draw All Night. Time to use the shimmer. I'm gonna use this one right here. This one is called Sparkling Object. Really impressed with the formula of that chunky glitter because it doesn't have any fallout. Like, look at that. It's really nice and beautiful. Now, I think I applied too much. I'm really sorry. I think I'm gonna use this shade right here to blend the glitters. It's time for me to add another shimmer. This one is in the shade Taste of Spring. We have something like this. I noticed with their shimmers, you don't really have to press really hard in order for you to get a lot of pigment. Just lightly tap your finger and you're going to get a lot of product. Tapos na natin makeup ko and I'll be giving you my final thoughts. Really excited to do the egg yolk makeup. Now for that style, I'll use this 3 shimmers right here. 1, 2, 3. And for shading, I'll use this 2 right here. I thought on the easel it's gonna look light on my skin tone, but it looks really good. Like, look at that egg yolk effect. It's so beautiful. This one right here, this one is the What's Your Power Factor from Vice Cosmetics. It looks really beautiful and this is really perfect for this makeup look. Grabe, nagtanggal muna ako nito kasi nainitan ako. Okay. Anyway, on to my final thoughts. Okay, so for this product right here, sobrang ma-recommend ko siya kasi even though na 1,300 pesos siya, hindi ako nahirapan i-blend and yung mga colors dito, hindi mahirap i-mix and match. Let me just add that the texture of this palette right here is really creamy and smooth, pero hindi ko na-experience yung parang patchy na finish dito. Okay, so hindi super powdery yung product, so plus points. I highly recommend this one. I hope you try this palette right here. Okay, so Spring Sunshine on Canvas must have this season. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this makeup video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends. See you again next time. Bye!